He was the only one who defeated the gods for humanity. Yet Jack was abandoned and hated by everyone. People seemed to have already forgotten this man, even though he had just saved all of humanity. Instead of cheering him on, they pelted him with stones, hurling insults and attacks from every direction. Jack came out as the last man standing in the war between humans and gods. During the fight with Hercules, the demigod could have delivered a killing blow at any moment. Instead, he chose to embrace Jack in his final moments. Even at the very end, Hercules still loved humanity, including stubborn, hard-headed kids like Jack. That's when it hit Jack. He was never alone. There had been a god watching over him all along, and the Valkyrie, who came across as cold and untouchable on the outside, was quietly breaking apart on the inside. She kept it together, holding the line for humanity, while silently saying her last goodbye to her fallen brothers, Lubu and Adam, who had died in battle before her. The scoreboard now stood at 2 wins each. Humans and gods tied. Zeus was furious. He wasn't about to let humanity pull ahead of the divine. Burning with humiliation, he and Loki stormed off to figure out their next move. Loki had been suspicious about the matches for a while. He tracked down Shakyamuni Buddha and demanded answers. Buddha asked him straight up if he was there to fight. Loki definitely wanted to, but under Buddha's overwhelming presence, he had no choice but to play it cool and keep smiling. Loki suspected the Valkyrie's weapons were connected to Buddha's forging abilities. There was no other explanation for how humans had managed to block full-force divine strikes, push gods to their absolute limits, and even kill them outright. That wasn't something a half-human Valkyrie could pull off just by teaming up with mortals. He knew Buddhism held a secret technique, one where two people entrust their lives to each other and, in doing so, unlock an extraordinary power. Buddha, however, wasn't listening to any of it. He just kept poking fun at Loki for rambling on. The tension spiked instantly. A fight felt like it was seconds away. Then, out of nowhere, the 7 lucky gods showed up. They had a score to settle with Buddha and moved to take him out on the spot. Buddha didn't even flinch. The lucky gods made their move. Buddha didn't back down. His presence alone was so overwhelming it left the gods around him struggling to breathe. Just then, Sasaki from the human side happened to walk by. Seeing the odds stacked against one man, he didn't hesitate. He stepped up and stood right beside Shakyamuni Buddha. Then 2 more stepped forward, Kondo Isami and Okita Soji. Tensions are running high. A major battle is about to begin.